Okay, so we're going to do a little quick screencast here to show you, the instructor, Donna, hello Donna, or whomever's watching this, the process I use to target and select the fonts just on this page in the Art of CSS WordPress assignment. So you can see here when you go to the Art of CSS blog posting page, we've got a collection here, or a post called Font Wars, created by me, November 22nd. And the font at the top is different than the font through the actual article. You can actually see there's a second article which I used to actually do this, but now I'm going to explain how to do it. And then articles below use a different posting method so that it doesn't look the same as that. So, okay. So the first thing you got to do is choose your font. So I went over to our friend Adobe, and I have a project here called Jeep Her, and I'm not going to bore you with all the details of getting there, but you basically go to Adobe, you open up your project, you select your fonts, and you can cut and paste. I use the @import function and to copy that into my CSS, which I will show you. And I left this page open and copied the font family where I needed it into the CSS. Okay, so that's how you get your fonts. Step number one. Step number two is you have to go to your posting page. And I'm just going to go back to my WordPress site here, and I'm going to show you how I got to where I did. There's two parts to this. One is you have to have a child theme, of course, and we have to go in and we have to edit the child theme. So I'm going to edit that by using Appearance, Child Theme Editor, and I choose my Popular Effects child theme, and I go to the style sheet. Here's where you will see the import function that we copied in. This string here, lom6ptz.css, is my project that contains all my fonts. And then once I find the area that I want to target, I can add the font families in there. So you can see in the body I've targeted Source Sans Pro. All the headings I've used Futura. And then for the page in question that I showed you earlier on the posting page, I had to target that specifically. I found through the dev tools that it was an article, and that's where I targeted the Serenity. And then for the H3 heading, I targeted and used this really weird font called Uniwars. And how I found those actual targeting areas was I went to the blog area that I wanted to find. I right-clicked. I used the inspection tools, and then I used the select an element in the page to inspect it, the little element selector. And then when I found the area that I wanted to target, and it's easier to just, once you click on the page, to go up and down on the right hand side here to find the actual area you want to target. So here's an article class here with article, and you can see that article class, it just grabs that area of the screen, versus when we go all the way down to the bottom of the page. You can see right here it's targeting. Well, we deselected it, so that doesn't really show you what we did. But what I wanted to show you was this area here was slightly different. Okay, so we used our dev tools to select what we wanted to find. Let me just go back up. Okay, and we've got our article. There's a header class here, entry content. There's the H3 that I targeted. Okay, so once we found the area that we targeted, it was just a matter of going into our CSS and looking for the area. And so you can see here I did a .article H3, changed the font to Uniwars, and then back in the blog you can see that it did change it to Uniwars. All right, so that was how I did that part of the assignment. Thank you for watching.